What up, everybody? It's Joe from Complex. We're in New York City at Stadium Goods with Emmy Award-winning actress, screenwriter, and producer, Lena Waithe.
No shade, but I'm just not a fan of having pink like on my sneakers.
Gonna do some sneaker shopping today. Gonna see what she's feeling, what she's not, and then hopefully she's gonna buy some sneakers.
Of course I'm gonna buy some sneakers, man.
Let's go. Lena, growing up in peak Jordan era in Chicago, you've always said that it was more than just about shoes. What was it like?
I mean, I think because I grew up during the era where MJ was the king, and being in Chicago and watching him play was like heaven. Like, there was nothing like it. You felt like, oh, Jordan plays for my team. Like, I'm in Chicago right now. So the cool thing was like actually being able to see him play in the actual shoes that you then went out to go and buy. So, but to me, it's deeper than that. I feel like Jordans make you feel free. They make you feel human. It's like if you got J's on, you're connected to someone who is almost mythical. Like, he's not even a human being in a way. And so when you put them on, you feel superhuman.
I read that you love the Radio RAHEEM 2s.
Yes,
And you were
do.
looking for the bugging out 4s. You actually solicited Instagram.
I did.
Did
I
you
was like,
end up
help me
getting
out.
them with the scuff?
You know, I got all the way down to someone who actually worked for Jordan Brand. That was like, let me see if I can get a pair, but they were so exclusive. There were so few pair made. And the truth is, some folks are saying you can literally make them yourself, just scuff up a pair for it.
Right.
But I just, obviously I love Do the Right Thing. I'm obsessed with that movie.
I ask a lot of people what was it like growing up and asking their parents for sneakers, and you know, a lot of people are like, oh, we never had it, but you had a very specific answer on a podcast that your mom said, all that Jordan money goes to groceries.
That's true, that's true. And well, she used to also say too, do you want Jordans or do you want to have groceries for a month? And there were some nights where I would go, you know what? I don't know if I need to eat, you know? Like, well, we can survive on, you know, peanut butter sandwiches.
Lena, you once tweeted that the Yeezy Boost was the most comfortable shoe you've ever tried on. Really? Still feel that way?
Yeah.
And which one was it?
Well, it's interesting because I have these, the holy of holy grails.
First ones, yeah.
And they're really flying. I also had these guys, which were like pretty much everydayers. Like, they're just like super comfortable. And the thing about these like muted colors is that one, is super futuristic, and two, it goes with everything.
Yeah.
You can say what you want about Kanye West, but dude knows how to make a freaking dope shoe. And also too, it feels like something that, it's like, yeah, it's cool now, but if you wore it in 2020, it would still kind of be fly.
Absolutely.
And I think as a writer, that's how I approach everything. It's like, I don't want to just write something that's cool now, but I want you to be able to watch it 20 years from now and still feel it. I think that's what's on his brain when he's making these sneakers. He's like, would you want to wear this in 2001 Space Odyssey?
We talked about Kanye a little bit, separating the product from sometimes a controversial...
A very complex man,
yes,
you know?
Exactly.
You know, I think we do separate the product from the stuff that he says, because at the end of the day, it's like, you want the hottest shoe on your foot. And, you know, I'm seeing these around a lot, you know what I'm saying? People still trying to get these guys. There's something about it where it became the new Jordan. You know, I know that's a controversial statement, but the truth is, everybody could get J's. You know, it got to a point where anybody could get them. And I think the thing about what Yeezy brought back was that exclusivity, you know, but I think now Yeezy is a new Jordan where almost everybody can get them, so it feels less exclusive. Definitely. That's why I think, to me, the human races are sort of taking over that thing where it's like, they break it necks, and it's really hard to get, you know, which ones, but also, but Pharrell, they're releasing a ton of colorways and a ton of different ones, so I think that happens with every sneaker, where it's like, it's super exclusive, it's really dope, and then it becomes like, you know, they just kind of, it's overkill.
We're in the women's footwear section, but you said you never wear women's sneakers.
I don't like women's sneakers. I think for me, I don't always love the way they're made. I think sometimes they skimp on some of the design. And also, I just kind of feel like a lot of the shoes that they make for women are like, it's something out of 1953 with the pinks and the purples and the pastels. It's like, you know, like women want to be just as fly as the dudes. And I think I hear that complaint a lot from women, you know, in terms of even like the Jordans, sometimes they're made differently because it's also like not just women, but it's also for youth. So there's an element of it where they kind of, I think sometimes don't put as much attention to detail as they would to a guy's shoe. So I totally respect, you know, ladies that are part of sneaker culture and whatnot, but like I always, whenever I tell people my size, they always go, oh yeah, but so what is it in men's? And I go like, no, I wear men's sneakers because that's just how I get down. So no shade, but I'm just not a fan of having pink like on my sneakers.
recently engaged, congratulations.
Yes, thank you, man.
You bought your fiance a ring.
I did.
She didn't get you a ring, she got you something else. What was it?
Well, we were in Tokyo. We got engaged in Tokyo on Thanksgiving, because that holiday has a very special place in my heart.
Right.
But she said, like, Lena, I want to get you a ring. And I was like, oh, that's not really my vibe. And then, but of course I was in Tokyo, so I was like, I want to go shopping for sneakers. So while we were out shopping, there was a particular brand that only is available in Tokyo, and they don't sell it anymore in the States. And so she was like, well, how about I get you these pair of sneakers? And so I was like, okay, cool. So they're my engagement sneakers, and I only wear them on special occasions.
We saw you on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
Awesome spread.
Thank you.
And you know, I noticed a big sneaker closet at home.
Yeah. It's getting to be, you know, a little crazy, you know, but I really do take it seriously. I think of myself as a collector, and I really appreciate, you know, different shoes from different eras and different times. Like, for example, like, you know, I decided to get the pennies just because I remember this time. I remember being in junior high. I remember all of us being obsessed with Penny Hardaway. And, you know, and we were obviously Chicago kids, but we rocked his kicks a ton. And I think just because we really liked his personality, we liked his swag, and I think we just liked the build of the shoe. You know, it was bulky, it was comfortable, and it was kind of swaggy. And so, you know, a lot of us were rocking those, and I just copped a pair just to kind of remind myself of that time.
You won the Emmy for Outstanding Writing in a Comedy Series. Yeah. Amazing feat. You likened that feeling to Jordan in Game 6.
Yes. Well, also writing that episode, that's how I felt, because it's like, a lot of people ask me like, oh, was that such a hard episode to write? And you know, it's about my coming out story and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I say, no, it just poured out of me. And I think it was because every step that I'd taken up until that point, when it came time to write that episode, it just flowed. It was like, I just had to get out of the way. And I remember watching Jordan in Game 6 in Chicago, which is nuts, and just seeing him be magical, but also knowing that that was his destiny. Like everything he did led him to that game, led him to that moment. And I think to me, that's how I felt. You know, it was just so perfect. But that's what's so cool about Jordan is like, there's so many stories that go with certain games or with the shoe, like the flu games. Like we literally call those sneakers the flu games because he had the flu and he still was like killing it. So I think to me, I liken whenever I'm my best self, I liken it to Jordan in Game 6.
Well, we talked about everything. Now's the easy part. Get the browser shell, see what you're gonna leave with.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Can I get these in a size 10.5?
Size 10.5? Yeah, I got you.
These neighborhood collabs are pretty dope. You got these in 10.5?
Yeah, I think I got you.
Cool, thank you, bro.
So your total is gonna be $3,647.31.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You did it.
So, Lena, thanks so much for coming through.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you taking the time. Make sure you check out The Chi, streaming on Showtime On Demand, and for Lena, taking over Hollywood.